Hello everybody, welcome back to another video today about EtherChannel configuration. Before we proceed further to know about the configuration, let's understand what is today's objectives. We will be learning about how EtherChannel will be used to open up the links that have been blocked by the spanning tree protocol so as to effectively use the available bandwidth. We will also know about the advantages of EtherChannel, negotiation protocols that is used to implement EtherChannel, and the modes of configuration, that is port aggregation protocol and link aggregation protocol in our lab today. So first of all, what is EtherChannel? EtherChannel is a process which is used to bundle the ports together in an Ethernet switch to achieve higher bandwidth. It can also be called as EtherChannel or a link aggregation, EtherChannel bundle, or a port channel. Secondly, it bundles physical links into a single logical link. It can also be used for load balancing, load sharing, and fault tolerance. So spanning tree treats the EtherChannel bundle as a single logical switch port, and it adjusts the spanning tree cost to reflect the increased bandwidth. So there are three modes of EtherChannel. The first is LACP, which is also called as multi-vendor or standard channeling protocol. And the two different modes that we use in LACP is active mode and passive mode. Coming on to PagP, which is called as port aggregation protocol, which is also called as a Cisco proprietary protocol. The two modes that we use here is desirable and auto. And the last mode is called a static persistence, or it can also be called as on mode. That is, if you have both ends of the switch in on mode, and that will result in formation of EtherChannel. Will an EtherChannel form is the question. So I have got two parameters here. So let's go with the first parameter, LACP. So in LACP, if you have both end of the switches active and active, that forms a EtherChannel. But if you have both end of the switch as passive and passive, it's a no. That means you cannot form an EtherChannel. But if you have passive on one end of the switch and active on the other end of the switch, that will result in formation of a EtherChannel. Let's move on to port aggregation protocol. Here, if you have both end of the switches desirable and desirable, or desirable and auto, that results in formation of a EtherChannel. Similarly, auto and desirable, you can form a EtherChannel, but auto and auto on other side. So if you have both the switches configured for auto mode in port aggregation protocol, that means you will not be able to create EtherChannel. So with this said, let's get started with the configuration of EtherChannel using these two parameters, that is port aggregation protocol and link aggregation control protocol.
Let's take three switches. I have switch 1, switch 2, and switch 3. Between switch 1 and switch 2, we will configure port aggregation protocol. Between switch 2 and switch 3, we will configure link aggregation control protocol. So here, we already know that when you have configuration mode dynamic desirable here, and the other end, we will be configuring dynamic desirable. So it will form a trunk. Okay, when we have trunk, so there are going to be two trunks here. So this is one trunk and this is going to be another trunk. So there are two links for the switch. But what happens when spanning tree is there? It's going to block one of the port. Okay, and we do not want to miss out on the bandwidth utilization. So we want to ensure that we even need spanning tree, and also we need to have bandwidth utilization. So we are going to use EtherChannel. So let's use PagP here and LACP configuration between switch 2 and switch 3. Let's begin with switch 1. Configure terminal. I am going to take a range command to configure dynamic desirable on both the sides to form trunk. So interface range, Ethernet 0/0 till 1, because there are 2 links here. So I will take range and then write the command switch port mode dynamic desirable. Exit. Similarly, let's move on to switch 2. Configure terminal. And we have Ethernet 0 till Ethernet 0/1. Interface range Ethernet 0/0 till 1. Switch port mode dynamic desirable. Exit. Okay, so let's check the trunk configuration. So let's give the command show interface trunk. So here we have got negotiation of ISL encapsulation and we have got trunk. So both of these links are a trunk link. So this is a trunk link and this is also a trunk link. Let's go to switch 1. Show interface trunk. So you can see it's a dynamic desirable and both these links are a trunk. Okay, now let's check spanning tree. Show spanning tree. This port 0 and 1. Port 0 and 1 is forwarding. Let's check this switch 2 here. Show spanning tree. So here you can see one port is in blocking state, which is that this port here. So this port is in blocking, but we don't want this to happen. So let's configure ether channel. We are going to say the switch that these 2 links are one single logical link. Okay, so that it does not block the link. Okay, let's go to switch 1. Configure terminal. Interface range Ethernet 0/0. I'm going to convert all this port into one single logical link. So I will take range command again. So 0/0 till 1 channel group. And I have to give a number here. Okay, I will say switch 1 to switch 2. So I'll use 1, 2. 1, 2 mode desirable. Okay, because we are using port aggregation protocol here. Okay, so it's saying creating a port channel. Exit out. Let's move to this switch 2. Configure terminal here. One more time, we will go to range command. We have 2 ports. I'm going to combine those 2 ports to form a one single logical link. So let's choose the command. Interface range Ethernet 0/0 till 1. Okay, and then write the command channel group. Same number I'm going to mention here. 1, 2. Okay, mode desirable. Okay. Exit. Okay, now let's see the spanning tree. Show spanning tree. It's learning, it will take some time. Let's move on to the switch 2. Show spanning tree. This is forwarding, right? Both the ports are forwarding now. And also we have a formation of a port channel that's showing in a forward state. Let's move to this port here. I'm sorry, the switch 2. So on switch 2, let me rename this to avoid confusion. Configure terminal, host name, switch 2. Okay, so we are in switch 2. Yeah, show spanning tree. This is also in forwarding. Earlier, we had seen this port was blocked, but now it's no longer blocked. It's converted to one single port channel. Okay. And here also, we no longer see Ethernet 0/0 and 0/1. We no longer see that because those two ports are converted to port channel. Okay. You can also use the command show EtherChannel summary. So port channel 1, 2, okay, and you have PagP, and those are the 2 ports that we configured within this port channel, okay. And what's the meaning of yes? Yes stands for layer 2, that is the switch, and U, it says that port channel is in use. Let's move on to the switch 2. Show EtherChannel summary. You can see port channel 1, 2, layer 2, and this port channel is in use with the protocol that we are using is PagP. That is port aggregation protocol. Okay, so now we are done with the configuration of port aggregation protocol between switch 1 and switch 2. Let's move ahead and configure link aggregation control protocol between switch 2 and switch 3. We already know that if you have any one of these in this passive and an active or a passive, okay, that will form a port channel, right? But make sure that you don't have both the end as a passive. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and configure LACP. So let's move with the switch 2. I'll take the switch 2. What is the port number you have? 2 and 3, right? Okay. Configure terminal, interface, range, Ethernet 0/2 till 3. Switch port mode. And I need to form a trunk. Don't forget that. We need to form a trunk link. Okay? Between these two switches. So dynamic desirable. Exit. Let's form a trunk on this port here again. Switch 3. I'll just rename this. Configure terminal host name switch 3. Okay, so we now have switch 3. Let's configure the port. So what port is it? 0 and 1. Yeah, 0 and 1. Interface, range, Ethernet 0/0 till 1. Switch port mode, dynamic desirable. First create a trunk. Okay, exit. Now let's see the spanning tree. Let's see which port is getting blocked. Show spanning tree. You can see this port is getting blocked, 0:1. This port is getting blocked here. Let's check the spanning tree on this switch 2. Show spanning tree. Okay, both these ports are getting blocked here. 2 and 3 are getting blocked. Okay. This is also getting blocked. Let's make this a port channel now. Switch to configure terminal. 2 and 3, right? Interface range Ethernet 0/2 till 3. Okay. Channel group. Let's give a name. This is between 2 to 3. So I'll say 2, 3. 2, 3 mode. Let's select passive so that we'll select the active on the other end. So mode passive. It's creating a port channel now. Let's move to switch 3. Okay. We will choose the range command one more time. Interface range Ethernet 0 and 1, right? So Ethernet 0/0 till 1. Channel group, same number, 2, 3. Okay. Mode active. It's creating port channel. It's taking some time. Let's just wait. Okay, now let's verify. Let's go to switch 2. Let's say show spanning tree. So you have, it's just learning. It will take a while. Show spanning tree. Yeah. So now between the switch 2 and 3, the port channel is in forwarding state. Okay. Let's move to switch 3. Show spanning tree. So port channel 2 to 3, it's in forwarding state now. Okay, let's check the command show EtherChannel summary. You can see the port channel 2-3 is configured with the protocol LACP, and these are the 2 ports. Okay, that's configured within this port channel. Similarly, let's move to switch 2. Show EtherChannel. You have got that 2 port channels because one is between the switch 1 and switch 2, and the same switch has got the port channel between switch 2 and switch 3. Okay, so that's how you configure port channel. And we have configured both the port aggregation protocol and also the link aggregation control protocol. If you want to check the bandwidth utilization, okay, you can use the command here. Show interface. Let's check one of the port. Show interface Ethernet 0/1. This is how you can check the bandwidth. And earlier this was blocking state, right? Now if you want to check this, show interface, Ethernet 0/1, you can see 10,000 kilobits per second. So you're making utilization of the bandwidth. So this is how we can make sure that you can convert those ports into single logical link using the concept of Ether channel, and you can make utilization of the available bandwidth. I hope that this video has been informative to you all. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video.